Hi, this is Dundee from Booredatwork.com and welcome to our full review of the Lenovo ThinkPad E220s. The E220s is a 12.1-inch ThinkPad, which of course is a well-known brand from Lenovo and is a business-style notebook. You can see very well. Just let's take a quick look at the hardware design before we get into full detail. It's very lightweight, probably weighs roughly between 3 to 4 pounds. You can see it's a very slim and trim profile. It's got your full accessory of ports, and just showing you, just open this up here, you can see how very flush it is. Of course, you do have the famous trackpad, and of course the red little trackball here that all ThinkPads are well known for. It's designed for the business traveler on the go, or I could say anyone who likes something very portable and efficient. You know, the Lenovo brand is well known for that. So what we're going to do is going to jump in, take a look at it, and see how well it functions, and then we'll continue this review. Okay, we're looking at the hardware of the Lenovo E220s. As we mentioned earlier, this is a very slim profile ThinkPad. You can see the nice sort of matted finish here on the top. It is kind of fingerprint sensitive, as you can see here. You also do have an LED indicator on the top of the I dot here of your ThinkPad, just letting you know that it's actually powered on. Of course, you do have your Lenovo logo. On the right hand side, we do have a USB port, an eSAT and USB port, HDMI out, and some vents. The bottom of the device, we do have a couple of vents again here, just to cool it off. It runs pretty quiet overall. And here on the left hand side, you do have your memory card slot, of course your plug for your AC adapter, Ethernet out, VGA, and this is a USB 3.0 port. You can see this is the yellow indication, and of course your headphone and mic jack. Front, there's nothing. You can see the protruded lip here. It allows you to easily open up the notebook. This is a 12.1-inch notebook, so let's go ahead and open it up and see how it feels and looks in comparison to what you think for a ThinkPad. Now, the keyboard style is very, very reminiscent of what you have with the ThinkPad, and ThinkPad users would be very pleased to know that it feels the same way. The little button trackball here works very well. You know, the left and right keys as well as the touchpad is very, very comfortable to use. So it's something that's very nice. Of course, it does have function keys to actually switch to control your bright screen brightness, volume, and all that fun stuff. On the very top, you do have your speakers here, which actually produce some very good sound, very loud, good vibrant sound. And you have a singular power button, and that's pretty much it on the keyboard surface. I forgot to mention also, you do have, of course, very traditional with ThinkPads, you do have your fingerprint sensor, which you can use here if you have that set up. And of course, again, on the ThinkPad logo, there is a LED indicator letting you know that this thing is powered on, and it's actually on and working. So that's just a general feel of the keyboard. You do have, of course, a webcam here on the top. And the fun thing to mention, which is kind of weird, this is not a backlit keyboard. At the very top here is actually a light, which actually helps you light up the keyboard in the dark. So if you the function key, I'll show you this in a second, yeah, and spacebar, that actually lights up the LED on the top. You can see that right there. So this is supposed to actually light up your keyboard. I honestly will tell you, doesn't work well. It would be much better if there's an LED keyboard, because actually your screen gives actually much better brightness to the keyboard. But that's something, I guess, added to this feature to, I guess, cut down the cost of a backlit keyboard, if you will. But that's something just to take note of. So I'm just going to turn that off. And you can see the indication on the screen. So let's take a look at the hardware. I mean, sorry, the software. I said hardware. Let's move in there so we can take a good look at this. So this is powered by, this actually runs an Intel Core 5 processor. You can just jump in here, go to properties, and take a look at what we have here for Windows. So it's running an i5-2537M processor at 1.4 gigahertz, at 4 gigs of memory, Windows 64-bit. It's got a 320 gigabyte hard drive. and operating wise runs very smooth. Battery life, you do get about 3 hours. You can see there's some just cancel this out. There's some Lenovo assisted software you have there for accessing wireless ports and showing you different things. So for instance, this is actually the wireless radio, and this will actually show you the different signal strengths of your different connection ports where you're trying to connect to Wi-Fi. So it shows you, things will pop up saying 60%, 80, 40, 20. So just showing the signal strength so you can connect to a Wi-Fi location that actually has a strong signal. Also, you can connect, this also is WiMAX compatible, so you can actually use it on the go and on the road, you know, and it works very well. Battery life is stated at about 4 hours. I've gotten maximum about 3 hours of battery life here. You do have a battery indicator, if you guys can see that clearly here at the bottom. And also this is your Wi-Fi indicator here, shows you Wi-Fi strength, speed, and all that fun stuff. As far as pre-installed software, there's not a lot of bloatware on this machine. Again, this is a very business-oriented machine, so you do have, of course, your Office Suite, Office 2010, and you know, things that gear to that whole business crowd. So that's something that's very nice to note overall. But again, the physical hardware is very well polished. You can see the nice trimmings. It's something that I think Lenovo has done a very good job. So let's go ahead and round up this review. And so we've taken a good look at the Lenovo ThinkPad E220s. And it's a very solid ThinkPad. It's a nice entry point at 12.1 inches. This whole build, we have it, which has the i5 processor, 4 gigs of memory, and 320 gigabyte hard drive. You can find it now at places like Amazon for about $700 and some change, about $750 or so. And it's a very, I think it's a very good buy, especially at that pricing, because it's very portable. You can see I'm holding it with one hand. It's quite easy to use. Things to note though, it doesn't come with a CD/DVD drive here, just because of the ultrabook profile. It's a very slim profile, so you would need to get an external DVD drive. But if you're like me, who really doesn't use that anymore, it's really not a thing to note. Of course, it has USB 3.0, which is pretty cool, so you can actually use that. I do like the fact that the trackpad works well. I'm usually not a big fan of the ThinkPad trackball and the whole trackpad use, but it's well designed and actually is very comfortable to use, and I actually got used to it, so something that's pretty nice to know. Battery life, I was slightly disappointed. Expecting close to 4 hours. It's actually more down to about 3 with this device, but it's still not bad. Hopefully we'll see more improvements where we'll have longer battery lives with notebooks of this size. But overall, I think it's a very good buy. If you're someone who's on the go all the time, especially like doing a lot of work on the road, this will work well for you. It's something that's very efficient. The startup time is very quick. It starts up Windows in around 20 to 25 seconds, especially if so that's something good to know. And there's not a lot of bloatware installed in the system, which is also good. It's one of those notebooks that it's very user oriented in the sense that we want you to get in, do what you need to do, and jump out. So it's good to know that it's not a lot slowing down the system on there. So anyway, if you guys have any questions or any comments about the Lenovo ThinkPad E220s, I say it's a solid buy. Go ahead if you're looking for something like this and get it, especially even going back to school. This is something that would be very useful, just jumping into class, taking notes down, and also just playing around, do some light gaming with it. You can definitely do that on this device. But if you guys have any questions or any comments, let us know. You can post a question on the YouTube page as well as on the website Booredatwork. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It's all Booredatwork with 2 O's. So this is Thunder from Booredatwork saying thank you, and always enjoy entertainment.